The NHL has seen its fair share of players who burst onto the scene but disappeared just as quickly. In this video, we'll take a look at the biggest one-hit wonders in NHL history. These are the players who had a moment in the spotlight but for one reason or another could not sustain their success. So without further ado, let's go. In 1983, Chris Kontos played in his rookie NHL season and wasn't exactly a star with 15 points in 44 games with the Rangers. He would then play for the Penguins, the Kings, and even spent some time in the AHL, but never became a star or stayed consistent, with his best season being when he scored 12 points in 6 games. However, in his last NHL season in 1993, he was sent to the Tampa Bay Lightning and surprisingly had his best season by far, setting his career high in games played and total points, with 66 games, 27 goals, and 51 points. He would then leave the NHL to play for Team Canada, but he ended his professional hockey career in the DEL. Unlike Kontos, Wayne Babych had a pretty solid NHL career, playing for the Blues, Penguins, Nordiques, and Whalers, but had one season that really stood out. And that was the 1981 season with the St. Louis Blues. This was his third NHL season, and he scored a career high of 54 goals, 42 assists, and a total of 96 points in 78 games. His next best season was his rookie season, when he scored 63 points in 67 games. He split his last season playing between the NHL and AHL before retiring from professional hockey. Next up, we have the NHL goalie, Jim Carey. Carey only hit a save percentage of .900 twice in his career, which was his rookie season and his one-hit wonder season. His best save percentage in GAA was actually his rookie season, with a save percentage of .913 and a goals against average of 2.13. The very next season, 1996 though, his stats were a bit lower with a save percentage of .906 and a goals against average of 2.26, but he played 43 more games with 71. With those stats, he actually won the 1996 Vezina Trophy, beating legendary goalies like Chris Osgood, Martin Brodeur, and Patrick Roy. After this, he would play 4 more seasons but never managed to regain his Vezina winning status. Next up, we have Jonathan Cheechoo, who actually won the Rocket Richard one year. In 2006, Cheechoo had an amazing season that definitely stood out from the rest. That season, he played a full 82 games for the only time in his career and scored 56 goals and 37 assists for 93 total points. This was the only time Cheechoo was over a point per game in his NHL career, and did it by 11 points, which is a massive step up from the previous season when he only scored 47 points in 81 games. His 56 goals that season landed him the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy for most goals in a single season, beating players like Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby. Probably the biggest one-hit wonder though is Scott Bjugstad. It's not because he scored tons of points, but it's because he didn't the rest of his career. Bjugstad played in the NHL between 1984 and 1992, and other than his one good season, his best year was in 1988 with 22 points in 33 games. However, in 1986, Bjugstad randomly exploded in production and ended the season with 43 goals and 33 assists for 78 points in 80 games, which is 43 more points than his second best season. So his 1986 season wasn't crazy good, but compared to the rest of his career, it definitely was. And that'll do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.